Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. I'm Scott Stewart, publisher of the Pulaski Citizen, Lawrence County Advocate, and Main Street Maury. Hey, summer's come in wide open, scorcher this week, right? No better reason to get in the air conditioning, get on the couch or in your favorite chair with your local newspaper, either a traditional newspaper or online. So make sure you pick your copy up at markets across your county this week, or you can get an online subscription, have it there available to you on your mobile device or on your computer, or you can have it a traditional edition of the newspaper sent to your house by subscription in the mail each week. So all you have to do is visit mainstreetmediatn.com, and everything you need to subscribe in any way, shape, fashion, or form is right there. So enjoy your local newspaper this week. Let's get started on our local newspapers this week with the Lawrence County Wrap. Well, there's been a lot going on in Lawrence County this week as spring is turning into summer. In Lawrenceburg, the Safe Haven Baby Box was blessed and put into service last week as a climate-controlled way for mothers in distress to anonymously and safely surrender their babies. See the photos and read the story there on page A1 in this week's edition of the Lawrence County Advocate. The new bishop-elect of the Knoxville Diocese is Lawrenceburg native Father James Mark Beckman. An article about Beckman's ascension to the position of esteem in the state's Catholic Church is also on this week's front page. Our friends at STRHS Lawrenceburg had a groovy time recently celebrating the local hospital's 50th anniversary. Of course, the 70s themed celebration was to signify the year 1974, when the then Crockett Hospital started serving Lawrence County. We've got some great photos on the front and on the back of this week's paper. The Lawrence County Commission has called a special session for June 25th. Read all about the items on that agenda, including a $20 million bond issuance, and the commission has a chance to reconsider purchasing property for a new health department building. So be on the lookout for that. Inside, the Lawrence County chapter of the Tennessee Right to Life will hold its annual Celebration of Life event this Sunday. That's June 23rd. The folks in southeast Lawrence County now have a new shelter that they can go to during storms. Burn permits are required year-round in Loretto now, and smoke detectors are available for Loretto residents. As always, we've got community events. We've got Tennessee Valley weather, local obituary notices. We've got public notices from your local governments. We've got local church directories, public puzzles and comics, and we've got several auction and estate sale ads this week. The Lawrence County Substance Abuse Coalition, LSAP for short, will hold a lunch and learn meeting Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Coleman Memorial Methodist Church Fellowship Hall. We've got the rest of the Knowledge Bowl winners. You remember we couldn't even get them all in last week, so we got the rest of them this week. Lawrence County High's Logan Boswell, he's signed to play at UT Southern. That's basketball. And we've got the photo from the recent signing. And finally, in this week's Lawrence County Advocate is the Main Street Awards special section. You remember we had our Main Street Awards, first ever Lawrence County Main Street Awards we had back last month. Well, guess what? We're here now. We've got the special section where you can see pictures. We got lists of our winners, and we've got photos and everything. So make sure you pick up your copy just to see our Main Street Award winners. And if you want to be a subscriber, by the way, to the Lawrence County Advocate, and that also includes a special 4-page section just for subscribers of comics and puzzles, well, you call us right now at 762-1726 or visit lawrencecountyadvocate.net. We'll be right back right after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated cost plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, when it comes to your performance, don't settle for anything less than excellence. We're proud to announce that Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint Clinic is now Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance of Columbia, where we are redefining sports medicine and orthopedics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance's team of expert sports medicine physicians understands the unique demands of your body. TOA Columbia specializes in personalized orthopedic care, offering state-of-the-art treatments for everything from sports injuries to joint replacements. Learn more at toacolumbia.com.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
Myra Walker's our Pulaski Citizen Spotlight this week, and you can see her at the top and center of this week's front page. Find out more about Myra in an article inside this week's edition. Also on the front page this weekend only, is Star Theater's production of Disney's Frozen Jr. The shows are June 21st, June 22nd, and June 23rd. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got some amazing photos from the show, and we've got show times right there on A1. Also on the front page, Giles County's emergency agencies recently worked together with training classes and live training events, live exercises out at TCAT Pulaski. Chandler Harmon has a great story about the cooperative effort, and Wade Neely got out there and shot us some photos. Finally, on the front this week, we've got Gordon Gregory's candidacy, his announcement for the upcoming mayor's race in Linville, and the Pulaski Board of Mayor and Aldermen are looking to finish off the budget for the 2024-25 fiscal year when they meet in regular session next week. So we can find out all about what the Pulaski Board of Mayor and Aldermen did last week, and you can see what they're expected to do as they are planning to meet again next week. Inside, we've got photos from Pulaski and Giles County's Juneteenth celebration at the newly renovated W.D. Savage Park. Margaret Campbell writes about eating healthy on a budget, and Johnny Phelps' Giles Pass highlights the Rockwood community. And I've got to admit, I've been living here most of my 58 years. I had to read the article to find out where that was. So if you don't know, pick one up and find out. Local obituaries, backward glances. We've got property transfers, court docket, local government public notices, puzzles and comics, a local church directory, community briefs, church briefs, estate sales and auctions. And Petunia is this week's highlight pet from the Giles County Humane Association Pet Corner. Don't miss Petunia. The Pulaski Citizen is chock full of a lot of great stuff this week, and that includes sports. And here's Wade to tell us what's on the sports page this week.
Hey folks, Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen. Time now for a look at what's in print this week. Our feature story, a Pulaski native and NFL staff member, longtime NFL staff member, recently returned to Giles County to speak to local business leaders as well as up-and-coming students about the world of professional sports. 2007 Giles County High School graduate Nate Bain, who is now in his 8th season with the Tennessee Titans and nearly 10 years of NFL experience, returned to the Giles Chamber for a special event that was held called Let's Talk Careers in Sports. And during the hour-long discussion, which was really more of a question and answer session, but Bain really kind of went through things from start to finish, how he graduated Giles County, then went on to the University of Oregon, ended up at UT Knoxville, St. Louis to Los Angeles, and back to Nashville. Kind of a whirlwind career path for the former GCHS standout. That was our feature story. There's a lot more in depth in print this week, so make sure that you check that out. Other news and notes from across the way here in Pulaski. We had the Giles County Little League kids pitch coverage last week after their series concluded. Well, this week we wanted to give a tip of the cap to the youngsters in the machine pitch series. And we have two really great photos of both of our squads, including the American League, who took all 3 games in the best-of-5 series to win that. So make sure you see those great photos. Thanks to our friends at GCLL for putting on another great event and helping us out with some photography there as we celebrate youth baseball in Giles County. As always, we have words from our good friend Larry Woody, and that kind of caps a sports section this week that, again, was featured by that story on Tennessee Titans staff member Nate Bain. But also, still to come, folks, we got a jam-packed edition. There were 1 or 2 stories that we just quite couldn't squeeze in this week, including some big news out of the University of Tennessee Southern right here in Pulaski. That will go in print next week, but look for it online, as well as all of our stories online at PulaskiCitizen.com. I'll see you next time. Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen, saying so long from P-Town.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
They have always met wildest expectations as far as taking care of my teeth and my health. You know, teeth health is very important now to your heart. And I told him one day, I said, I'd love to have nice teeth and nice hair. And he said, well, I can take care of the teeth, but I can't take care of the hair. And I said, you can make my teeth? He said, yeah. I said, well, let's go for it. And he did. And I have been tremendously pleased. Dr. Hart, if you need him at night, he's here. This staff here will take care of you 24/7. You don't have to worry about, I can't get a hold of my dentist, my tooth's hurting. No, they will be here for you. And if I could get Dr. Hart to take that same artistry that he has and grow hair, then he would be double rich.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Nashville Super Speedway.
That's right, guitars and fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR is back at the Nashville Super Speedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite driver take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
The wild horses are coming to Franklin. The Mustang Heritage Spectacular. 4 days of celebrity freestyle, liberty training, trick riding, and extreme Mustang makeover. Plus the shopping. Over 100 vendor spaces with clothing, food, home goods, and things you can't find anywhere else. All that and celebrity signings at a music stage too. June 20th through 23rd at Williamson County Ag Expo Park. Don't miss a moment with a weekend pass. MustangHeritageFoundation.org for tickets.
The Main Street Maury Wrap this week once again highlights a lot of different areas of Maury County, starting with the Spring Hill Board of Mayor and Aldermen's discussion of a proposed development that turned into officials again declaring that the city is just not in position with its infrastructure to add a lot of local growth at this time. Read all about that on the front page this week. The Columbia City Council handled a lot of business during its regular meeting last week, including a water rate increase and an increase in the impact fees for new customers. There's more from that on last week's meeting on A1. The Maury County Budget Committee decided to leave property tax rates alone. All right, remember last week we reported that they were thinking about reducing it by 10%, and I said, well, I would be the most surprised person in the world if they did. Well, I'm standing here in front of you, not surprised, and you can find out why inside Main Street or on the front page of Main Street Maury this week. Also on the front, a Culleoka man has been added to the TBI's most wanted list, and we have all the details coming up for the Columbia Rotary and Kiwanis Celebrate USA event, which is scheduled for the 4th of July at Maury County Park. Inside, Dr. Christine Potts is the new principal at E.A. Cox Middle School. The Experience Spring Hill event is returning. A local chain restaurant has donated $15,000 to a Columbia church, and Maury Regional has earned the Great Place to Work certification. We've got local obituary announcements, community events, your local church directory, comics and puzzles. We got public notices from your local government, ribbon cuttings, the local weather, and for the 4th straight week, we've got the 50th anniversary deals from the Pig. That's right, Piggly Wiggly, right down there at Neely's Mill. All that in sports are in this week's edition of Main Street Maury. Now let's go see what Mo has on the sports page this week.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. This week's print edition catches up on some high school coverage. In particular, our Main Street Preps All-Mid-State baseball team comes out, and it's got a lot of local representation on it. Of course, when you've got a couple of state champions in the area, that kind of goes along with that. To the victors belong the spoils, that kind of thing. Well, Loretto and Columbia Academy are particularly well represented on the Main Street Preps All Mid-State teams, as well as Summertown and Independence. So be sure and check that out again in the print edition of this week's paper. Also, we've got some coverage of some post-19 baseball. The seniors and juniors faced off recently, and you can see how that went. We went over to Columbia Central. They have made some facial changes, I guess, to the gym over there. The Hardy Lloyd Gymnasium has gotten some additions over there. So we've got coverage of that in the print edition. Be sure and check that out. We also unveiled a summer series entitled How Are You Getting Better?, where we're checking in with some area athletes and looking at what they did last year and what they're doing to improve on that in their upcoming seasons in 24-25. So we started that with a couple of local athletes. Be sure and check that out. And Columbia Central introduced a new volleyball coach. We'll tell you who she is in this week's print edition of the paper. Online later this week, we'll just continue to cover events and developments across Maury County sports as they happen. So be sure and check out the website, mainstreetmaury.com, and check out next week's print edition of Main Street Maury as well. Thanks.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson in for Ben Luna on this mostly cloudy start to a little bit of a gloomy day, but hey, we don't have rain chances for today. You can see here on your Build Your Day forecast brought to you by Parks Lumber Company, a mostly cloudy sky for the rest of this morning and afternoon. A few peaks of sunshine here and there, but overall we do stay dry for today. Temperatures will start off in the 70s, eventually get back up into the 80s and maybe even into the lower 90s this afternoon. Going to be another hot day here in the Tennessee Valley, but it will be a dry day. Cloud cover will stick around again, maybe a few peaks of sunshine, especially for you folks in our southeastern viewing area, but we do stay dry. No rain chance for us here locally, although moisture will remain to our west. Heading into tonight, we will stay dry. Maybe some breaks in the clouds with a partly cloudy to mostly clear overnight. Starting off Thursday, maybe some clouds around, but we'll see a lot more sunshine Thursday, especially compared to today and compared to the last few days. We are going to be dry through Thursday. Heading into Friday, we do have just the smallest chance for some pop-up thunder showers around midday. Chance not all that great. I do think a good chunk of us will remain dry. We are going to be mostly dry for Saturday, aside from a stray rain chance with moisture in the vicinity. We're just going to be really hot and really humid, so we can't completely rule out a pop-up shower or storm on a Saturday. And unfortunately, we are talking heat once again for the weekend. For today, we will expect temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, but then heading into tomorrow, temperatures near 93 for the high and then mid to maybe even upper 90 air temperatures for this weekend, with heat index values close to triple digits, if not triple digits, by the end of the weekend into Monday as well. So unfortunately going to be another very hot weekend. For today, still going to be warm, but not quite that warm. Temperatures into the upper 80s to lower 90s for southern middle Tennessee, and then for North Alabama, expect temperatures to be at least 90 and stay in the lower 90s. For tonight, expect temperatures to get down into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We are dry for today, dry for tomorrow as well. A few isolated thunder showers by Friday midday, with temperatures warming up into the mid-90s, mid to upper 90s for air temperatures this weekend. Again, those heat index values close to triple digits. Saturday should be mainly dry. Chance of thunderstorms come Sunday night into Monday. Then we stay unsettled for the beginning of next week. Doesn't look like a washout, but we do have some scattered storm chances heading into next week. Let's look at your local weather forecast. I'll be back in at noon with another weather update.
Well, that's it for another episode of Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. And as we speak, we're already working on content for next week's papers and next week's show. Everyone at Lawrence County Advocate, Main Street Maury, and Pulaski Citizen are excited about being part of and covering our amazing communities. You need to know that. And we are thankful and we're grateful to the people and businesses of Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties who support and encourage us. Thank you, guys. We hope we're supporting and encouraging you as well. If you would like to regularly receive your local newspaper by mail or access it online each week, we've got all kinds of options for you. No matter where you live, you can live in any of these counties or anywhere. So visit any one of these websites to get that process started. LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net, MainStreetMaury.com, and PulaskiCitizen.com. Also, our parent website has information on all 15 of Main Street Media of Tennessee's newspapers. So you can always visit MainStreetMediaTN.com for information on any and all of our newspapers. And thank you so much. And good Lord willing, we'll be right back here next week.